Hey, how is everybody doing? Welcome to episode 7, that's super cool, of the Ask Daily Muscle show. And today's show is really inspired by some questions that I got this morning and an accumulation of all the Instagram posts that I've been posting up over the past couple of days. What I want to talk to you about today is about hidden calories. When we work with a lot of people whose goal is to lose weight, to lose fat, or to fit into their clothes, we find that a lot of them actually know what to do. They know what food is unhealthy, they know what foods are healthy. Often, in fact, they eat a lot of healthy items, and when people come to us, we like to look at their food diary, so we get people to take a little snapshot of what they eat during the weekday, what they eat during a weekend. And what we find is, very interestingly, is that a lot of them have adapted healthy habits. And what does that mean? That means, based on what they've read in the magazines of what their healthy gym fanatic friend has told them, or something they've seen on social media, is, for example, they now stop eating bread and they start eating wraps. So they switch their Subway sandwich from the bread into a wrap. And if you have no idea what is the problem with that, you have to head over to my Instagram account. You can see it now. I really need to change the color of that. Head over to my Instagram account, DailyMuscle, and you can see what the problem is when you change your Subway bread and you swap it for a wrap. It's not as healthy as you think. It's not as low calorie as you think, right? We also find that people tend to add, they suddenly start drinking healthy cold pressed juices. Nothing wrong with those fruit juices. In fact, it's a great way to get some added nutrition, but there's two schools of thoughts, like, should you be drinking your nutrition or should you be eating it? Eating the real fruit can sometimes get you more fiber, can keep you more satisfied, especially if you're someone who's always hungry, but all you're doing is drinking juices all the time and you're getting the calories minus all the fiber, then it could be a problem. Sometimes another thing that we often see is that some of our members, so I have some photos here that I just want to show you, not of our members, but some common swaps, right? Like this morning I was talking to someone and we were trying to figure out how she exceeded her fat intake daily. Is that she was consuming 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. Now flaxseed is great, it's good for you. Number one, it's got fiber, it's a great healthy plant-based source of fat, and it has a whole host of benefits. But here's the thing. If you're someone who was never eating that in the first place and you're trying to lose weight, and now suddenly, like, wow, you have all this flaxseed coming in on a daily basis, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons into your smoothie, over your cereals, well, and you're wondering after 2 weeks, you started an exercise program, you started walking, you're eating healthier, but the weight isn't going down. Why? Because congratulations, you just added on about 15-20 grams of fat into your diet. Sure, it's a good fat, but fat is still fat. It still turns into calories and it can still exceed your daily requirements. Okay, another thing that one of our members was doing recently as well, and again, it's not a bad thing. Honey sounds, it's good, right? And she takes 2 tablespoons a day, daily, just to kind of protect her immune system, and she feels great when she's taking her 2 tablespoons. But 2 tablespoons of honey done every single day, especially when you think that it doesn't affect your daily energy intake, and it does, can be a problem. It's a problem because we are eating all the same things we are, and we start adding this healthy stuff. Just because a food item is healthy and you add it, doesn't mean the calories are going to mysteriously disappear. In fact, you're still adding on calories, okay? And why is that a problem, especially when it comes to fat loss? Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, it all boils down to energy in, energy out, if fat loss is your goal. Sure, I mean, we'd like to think that the only way to consume too much calories is when we drink soft drinks, or when we eat fried stuff, or when we eat fast food. But did you know that you can eat healthy food and still over consume, exceed the amount of calories you need in a day. So if you're exercising, you're burning 300, 400, 500 calories per day, and now you start adding all these things and you're adding about 300, 400, 500 calories per day. Guess what? Although you're now a little bit healthier in terms of your eating, but what you're really wanting for all this while, which is the fat loss, after 3 weeks, doesn't happen. Why? Because you didn't change anything. Because you changed your eating, but your calorie balance didn't change, didn't shift, right? So if there's one thing you want to take away from today's video, it's just to remember that just because something is marketed to you as healthy or is sold to you as healthy, doesn't mean it's going to cause you to lose fat. The key message here really is to always be aware of what you're eating, to read food labels, to ask the person who's selling that to you, or check their website. If they're selling you fruit juice, cold pressed juice, whatever, great. I didn't say don't drink it. I love to have a cold pressed juice every now and then as well. But be aware. You need to know, are you like significantly adding a lot of calories into your diet, or is it just a little bit? Because when you know it, then you can manage your diet, right? You need to know the numbers. You need to know how many calories or how much carbs there are in 2 tablespoons of honey, because it's a lot, and 2 tablespoons of honey is still honey, it's still sugar, sugar is still calories. Sure, it's a more natural source of sugar, but it's still sugar, okay? And I want to leave you with this, and it really frustrates me, really. I was at a pharmacy yesterday and they were selling this vitamin C that dilutes in water, an effervescent vitamin C, 1000 milligram. And I've been looking locally for one of those effervescent pharmacies, but I'm looking for a sugar-free option because I don't want to be drinking vitamin C but getting like 10 grams of sugar along with it, right? So I was asking the pharmacist, because it didn't say on the vitamin C container what the content of sugar was, and she was telling me that, oh, but it's fructose, so it doesn't matter. So I was telling her that it's fine that it's fructose, it's great, but I just want to know how much, whether it's 5 grams of fructose, is it 10, but she just didn't get it and kept insisting that it's fine for me because it's fructose, therefore it's okay. So if you're one of those thinking that just because the sugar that you're eating is natural, that means if all this while you cut out the sugar from your tea or coffee and instead you started piling on the honey into your tea, thinking that it's natural and it's not going to affect anything, well, surprise, chances are high you're probably consuming more sugar than you are, because bottom line, regardless of whether your sugar comes from a laboratory or comes from a honey hive, beehive, honey hive, it comes from a beehive, it doesn't matter. You get some nutrients with it, but at the end of the day, if fat loss is your goal, and you want to be aware of your calories, guess what? It's both sugar. When it goes in, your body sees both as energy, and it's going to affect your fat loss. Okay, great, that's it. So remember guys, have a great day ahead. Be aware of what's on your plate. Be aware of what that health magazine is telling you, because just because it seems right doesn't always mean it has to be the best thing for you. Okay, have a great day ahead. If you found this video useful, again, there's more cool stuff on my social media, Instagram, there it is. Just look me up, DailyMuscle, one word. If you have any questions, comment below. I would love to help you out. And if you want me to research or to find out more about some of the ingredients or the healthy stuff that you could be eating here, if like for example you want me to research more about a certain food item from a certain restaurant, comment below. I will be right on it. Okay, bye bye.